Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday Eve. Are you ready? Are you ready? Almost Friday. I am so excited for the weekend. If I can just get through this week. But we're almost there. We're in the home stretch now, friends. In the home stretch now. All right, let me get this tablet where I can see what y'all are saying this morning. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Maria is here. Good morning. Gen X, happy Thursday. Just to get Gen X girl is here. Good morning. So today I am working on a halter top. Now, I must give a little disclaimer, y'all. I am no expert at this, okay? I have made this one top and I'm going to attempt to make another top today. Okay. So instead of doing black, which you can't see on the live very well, we are going to be using, I love this cotton because I do love this cotton. This is the Colorway Warm Blush. It calls for an I9 5.5 millimeter hook, and that is what I am using this morning. Now, this beautiful pattern is by Kelsey, PassioKnit Kelsey, over on YouTube. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Kay is here. Good morning. Gen X, thank you for the finger hearts this morning. This is PassioKnit Kelsey's Lily Top. Lily, just like the flower. Lily Top. I put a link to this tutorial she has on her YouTube on the link tree. Okay, now if you're watching me this morning on YouTube, the link is in the description of the video. Okay, so you can find that there. So basically, the way that this top is constructed is you start by making these cups, okay? So I already made one to get ahead because I don't think I could finish a whole thing on the live. And you make two of them. Now, this size in the black is size extra small. If you go on Kelsey's video, it gives you all of the counts, what you need to make different sizes, okay? Small, medium, large, extra large, and so on, okay? The pink one that I'm going to make today, or warm blush, I'm making a size medium this morning. So while you all were sleeping this morning, April was busy over here in Alabama, and I made this morning. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to make another one of these. And I know you all are dying to do it. So let's get started. I am going to start for a size medium. She said to do a chain of 14. So I'm going to start with a slip knot on my hook. I do a little twist like this, do a little cross, go into my loop, and then pull up another loop. Now, y'all, I'm going to be doing a lot of stitch talk today. If I miss your comment, please feel free to ask again. I'm not intentionally trying to overlook you, okay? But I'm going to be doing a lot of counting and a lot of talking, all right? So this slip knot, now we need to start with a chain of 14. This does not count. Hey, Mom, good morning. Can't see you fully. Oh, I guess that would help, Unruly Mob Queen, wouldn't it? It would help if I get on screen. Let me turn this a little bit, y'all, see if that's better. Okay. I might have to turn a little in my chair here. Um, let's see. Is that better? My tablet's all crooked too. I'm having a hard time. Let me get my tablet adjusted here so maybe I can see the comments better. Hey, Karen. Good morning. Randa and Zoe. Good morning. Okay, here we go. Can you see me now? Hillary said, looks good. Okay, chain of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so there is my starting chain. So what I have just made, just so you have kind of a visual of where I'm working from, I am making this center of the cup right here. Okay, so this little chain I made is this part right here. Okay, that's your visual. Now I'm going to work a single crochet into all these stitches. I'm going to skip the first stitch. This loop on my hook does not count as anything. Okay, so I'm going to skip the first one and then I'm going to do a single crochet down this chain. And so you're going to be reducing by one as you go down. As I mentioned before, guys, this is my second time making this. Okay, so I'm definitely not an expert. I highly encourage you to check out the link on the link tree or go over to YouTube to PassioKnit Kelsey. This is her pattern. It's a free pattern. She has an awesome tutorial. It has almost 2 million views on it. Very, very cool pattern. But this is her lily top that we're making this morning. And I'm making this this morning for my friend Carol's granddaughter. Uh, Unruly Mob Queen says, "You're centered now before you're on the edge of the screen." I know. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing, Queen. I was all excited to get going on the top, and then y'all couldn't even see what I was doing. Okay, so here we are into the very last stitch. Okay, now what happens is this actually becomes the top of our cup. So basically, it's like this. Okay, in this very last stitch here, we need to actually put 2 more single crochets. So right into that same stitch again, I'm going to put another one, and then I'm going to do another one. So we end up with a total of 3 stitches there at the top. This is now the tippy top of our item, and I'm going to pop a stitch marker into that center stitch. Every time I come back around, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put 3 in this very center stitch. Probably after I made more of these, I'd be able to recognize this, but don't be afraid to use your stitch markers. Okay, now I'm going to go down the other side here, and I'm going to do a single crochet into each stitch. One into each. I'm going under both loops. This side's a little harder because it's the other side of my chain. And what we're going to be doing is for the size medium, we need a total of 12 rows of single crochet. Now that is 12 rows on each side of this center part. So I'm going to mark the bottom here as well to try to help me keep track of where I'm at. Like I said, after I get a little more experience with this, I probably won't have to do like all the stitch marking and everything. But for me, when I'm first starting out a project, it's nice just to kind of, keep my bearings. Hey, Arlene, good morning. Mama Wheeler, how are you, Mom? How are things? How are things? Okay, one more here. So now as I'm just getting started out, the one thing I'm going to want to do is I want to count these stitches and make sure I have the same amount on each side. So knowing that this right here is our center stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now let's count this side. Make sure I have a matching 13. You want this to be balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why do I have 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I definitely have 14 there. Did I count the other side wrong here? Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I definitely have mismatched amount. All right, let me rewind this. Let's try again. I have one too many on this side. So what I'm going to do, I think I may have put an extra one right there. I'm going to move down 1 stitch. We got to get this to 13. Get your frogs. Did y'all get me frog in there? Frogging on Friday Eve. Just what y'all like to do, right? I'm fine, but Papa Wheeler has a yucky cold. Oh, he's still fighting that, huh? That's no fun. Gen X is back, you guys. She was without power. Jen, I told everybody on the live yesterday to send good electrical thoughts your way as they were working on getting your power restored. But she said it was out for 26 hours yesterday. But they are all back home. Everybody was safe from the storm. But Jen is back here with us this morning. Anvil's got a work meeting this morning. She said she might be a little late. That's our other moderator here. Okay. Let's count again. You all can see now why it's important to do your counts. I thought I had it right on the money and I didn't. So definitely do your counts. Okay, we know this side is 13. Let's recount now and see if I've got this back on track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, perfect. So we do. So now what I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this again, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark the very center here. And the reason why I'm doing this, if I can get this little stitch marker in here. So as we look at our cup that we're making, okay, this part right here is this part. Okay, so we just did this right here. So now what we need is a total of 12 rows of single crochet on each side. Okay, so this right here is the center. If I count this way, I have 12 rows of single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so that's what I need to do on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my work. Now this gets a little more monotonous here. Turn my work. Now, I don't do a chain here. Now, you certainly could. It's entirely up to you. I just go right into the stitch and start my next single crochet. So that's my first one. And I'm going to put a single crochet into each stitch. Now, this is going to take some time because we need 12 rows on each side. So lots of single crochet this morning, but that's what's going to get this top done. So then I'm working my way towards the top up here where I have my stitch marker. Now you'll remember that top that I marked, that was our center stitch when we placed 3. Okay, so now I'm going to pop out this stitch marker and I need to repeat that. Okay, into this very center stitch, I need 3 single crochets. So we're increasing, right? 1, 2, and 3. Now, right away, I'm going to put my stitch marker back in just to help me keep oriented. And see how I have this tail here from I'm going to get my darning needle. I'm going to pull this to the outside edge so I can weave this in as I go. Hey, Dana, good morning. Coloring zone, I am doing a size medium this morning. So I started with a starting chain of 14 and I'm doing a total of 12 rows of single crochet. My straps, if I'm able to get to the straps on the live, I don't know if I'll have enough time. I might. We'll see. We'll see how fast I can go with these single crochets. I'll try to get them in here so we can get on to the other aspects of this halter. Oops, I don't want the tail. I want my working yarn. Okay, so now once again, we're going to work a single crochet into each one of these stitches down the side. I'm just working right over my tail there and getting that kind of woven in as I go. This gets a little easier once it gets to be a little bigger piece. I feel like I have to keep like doing repositioning of my hands, you know. Hey, Danny, good morning. Bonnie, good morning. Bonnie Flies from Jacksonville, Florida. Vicky is here. Good morning, Vicky. You guys, I'm making a halter top this morning. Jessica, good morning. Nice to have you here. Midnight Dawn, will this be posted to your YouTube? Yes, it will. This pattern that I'm making this morning, friends, is the Lily Top by PassioKnit Kelsey, and there are links on the link tree. Now I am live this morning, both on TikTok and on YouTube, and this will be back on my page that you can go back and rewatch it. Okay, so now I've made it up and around. Now I need to turn my work, and I'm going to repeat. I go right into the first stitch. I'm not doing any chain or anything. You can do a chain if you wish, but I'm turning and just doing another single crochet row all the way up and around. I have this stitch marker here. This is the very center point where I started. Okay, so that's going to help me as a point of reference when I go back and count the rows. Hey, Mrs. Red, good morning. Rainy Days is here from Ireland. We had rain this morning. Well, actually, last night, um, Ireland. I always think of lots of rain in Ireland. I'm in Rainsville, not named for rain. It was actually the name of the founder of the town. His name was Rainsville, but we do get a lot of rain here. And boy, I was snoozing away last night. My husband was snoozing away, Mr. Wheeler. Okay, so here we are back to the center. I'm going to pop this out. In this center stitch, remember we need 3 single crochets. So this basically is our increase. This is like going up and over the mountain. You guys have seen me do this a number of times on different patterns. Put my stitch marker right back in the center stitch. That way when I come back around, I'll know where they need to go. Hey, Lorraine. Rainy Days is Lorraine and said we had sun yesterday, which is so rare. So anyhow, yeah, back to my storm. We have sunny days. Usually the way it works around here is we'll have like a couple sunny days and then we have like a few rainy days. So it's kind of nice, but boy, my husband was kind of grumbly because those rainy days followed by those sunshine days. Woo, our grass is growing. He had to mow again last night. He goes, I swear I just mowed this like 2 days ago. So anyhow, we're snoozing away last night, and then all of a sudden there was all this booming and thunder, and I usually can sleep right through a storm. We have the alerts, on our phones and stuff in case, there's tornadic activity, but nothing went off. But the thunder was so loud last night, it actually woke me up, and we sleep with a fan on. So turn my work again. Can you see how this cup is getting bigger? This is what we're making. So you can see we've got a ways to go. We've got a lot of single crochets to make. Anyhow, I didn't sit right up in bed, but it was definitely enough to wake me up. And Mr. Wheeler, I swear he can sleep through anything too. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. And boy, I'll tell you, he actually woke up as well. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate that. Is everybody ready for Friday? I know I am. Let's see. Kelly said we're supposed to get rain the last 2 days, and now it's delayed today into the weekend. I know Kelly's not far from me, y'all. She's up in Tennessee, and I'm in Northeast Alabama, so we're practically neighbors. Um, but I was watching our weather guy here yesterday before I was going to bed, and he did a Facebook weather report. I just happened to pick up on it. And here I am back to the center again. So on this center stitch, I'm going to pop out my middle stitch. Again, we need 3 right here in this very center. So the guy I watch, his name is Brad Travis. And anyhow, Brad was saying right back here in the very middle stitch now, I put my stitch marker back in. So anyhow, he was saying we're supposed to get more rain, but not until tonight. That's why I was so surprised with the rain that we had last night and all the thunder and stuff. So anyhow, I did fall back asleep. Kelly says we're going to an outdoor concert Saturday in Nashville. I hope it doesn't rain. How far away are you from Nashville? Are you like a couple hours or an hour? Hey, Queen 530. Good morning. Yes, Constance, no problem. The hook that I'm using this morning is a size I9. And if you're just coming on, um, the yarn that I'm using this morning is I Love This Cotton. I really like cotton for wearables. And this is Warm Blush. The pattern that I'm making today, right now I'm working on another one of these cups, okay? And what I am making is I'm making the Lily Halter top. This is a pattern by PassioKnit Kelsey on YouTube, but it ties in the back. This size that I made is for a friend in Arizona, and it is an extra small, but we're going to make the straps and everything and crisscross. There's links on the link tree. Kelly said 35 minutes only. Oh, nice, nice. We're about 2.5 hours from Nashville. You're probably closer to us than Nashville, I would imagine. I've been up to Clarksville. I've been up to your neck of the woods. Sparky, I'm making a halter. Marcia says, what do you get if you subscribe on TikTok? So Marcia, it's just a way to give a little extra support to the channel to me. I do make little custom stickers that you can post. But I do a subscriber giveaway once a month. We actually did the subscriber giveaway yesterday. Jody was the winner, and I gave away a blocking board on this past month. So in May we'll have something else as our subscriber thank you. but I think it's like 290 something, or I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 something on TikTok. Like upwards of $3. And anyhow, some people just pay a little extra. It helps me to buy yarn and keep exploring new kinds of things and stuff. So they just give a little extra support. You don't have to be a subscriber to my channel. I just, you don't have to send gifts. Taps are free. Send a little heart love up the screen every day when you're on. Just, show up and have fun, and you know, have fun with crochet friends. That's all I want. I just come on here. I do work full time. If you're a new follower, my name is April, and I work full time. This is just my hobby. And I like to come on in the morning and chat with friends and kind of share some of the different projects that I'm working on. But I don't rely on TikTok to, like, pay the bills and keep the lights on and stuff. So if you would like to subscribe, that's totally fine. If you want to send gifts, that is totally fine too. But it's not a requirement, and I'm not gonna, be always asking you guys to do that. It's just be here and have fun. Enjoy. That's all. Have a great day. Start your morning. Get your coffee. Get your crochet chat on. I do a lot of different projects. Today we're working on halter top. Yesterday we made scrunchies. Monday I worked on the waffle stitch blanket. Oh, do you guys want to see an update on the waffle stitch blanket? I've made it a lot farther along on that. Let me finish this row right here, and I'll bring it out and show you guys. I worked on it some more this morning. The waffle stitch is definitely working up kind of slow for me. I will say that. 18 new messages. Let me see what's going on here. Tammy said we had very bad weather on Tuesday. People still don't have power. Oh, Tammy, so sorry to hear that. She said she has family and friends with home damage. Dang, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Yeah, the weather's been for us, it hasn't been bad, knock on wood. I don't really even want to talk about it and, like, curse myself if you believe in that kind of stuff. Here's the waffle blanket that we started on Monday. Look how it's coming together, guys. Can you see how pretty it is? If I stop wiggling it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Pretty cool, right? Here's the waffles. A little fun texture. So anyhow, Gen X said Tammy is in the same area as me. Yeah, Gen X was without power for 26 hours, so I know that area got hit really hard. Um, let's see. Constance said, "I wish I could do that." Is that Constance? Are you talking about crocheting? You can. You certainly can. Coloring Zone. Have you ever made a top before? I made this one on Sunday. This is my first ever. So I'm definitely not an expert at this, guys. I encourage you to go watch Passionate Kelsey's tutorial. She has a lot of these types of halter tops. This is the lily top that I'm making today. I'm not perfect at it by any means, but I'm trying real hard. So basically, I started right here. If you missed, I started and I'm doing a size medium. I chained 14. Okay. Then I went back down and I did a single crochet in each. And then I looped back around. And now we're working outwards, kind of like this U shape as it gets bigger. So this is where the very center where I started. For the size medium, we need 12 rows of single crochet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have a lot more to go. Midnight Dawn, on the center stitch, you go through both loops or just the back loop? I go through both. I go through both. Let's see. North Huntington still out of power. Wow, I hope you guys get power soon. I'm sorry, all those that are struggling. Kristen said, I've been working on my second top from Passionate Kelsey. She really is a crochet artist. I really enjoy her channel. She's over on YouTube. Gen X just pinned it there. Passionate Kelsey. There's a link on the link tree. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with these comments. Pretty colors. Yes, this is warm blush is the color that I'm using today. Okay. Colorenzo said, April, you are flawless. You don't give yourself enough credit. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Shucks. You're making me blush over here. Yes, Angie, this is 100% cotton. 100% cotton. I really like the Hobby Lobby yarn. There it is, 100% cotton. It's what I would consider probably really close to a 4-weight yarn. I'm using a size I9. A lot of cotton yarn is thinner, and I really like I love this cotton. I get it at Hobby Lobby. They have so many different colors. The black was made with the same yarn, but it's really nice and soft for wearables. So it's definitely, now Kelsey, Passionate Kelsey uses other types of cotton. Um, I haven't really branched out from this. Now for like dish scrubbies and other stuff, I'll use like peaches and cream. Passionate Kelsey likes to use Lily sugar and cream yarn, and so she definitely has a lot more experience. I really think that Passionate Kelsey got her fame. Uh, she made this top when she was in high school, and she actually posted a video, and the one I put the link to is a remade video of this top. But I don't know, between her halters and her hexagon cardigan tutorial, I really feel like that put her on the map big time. Did you finish the rectangle virus throw? Marcia, I worked on that on Saturday. I'm not quite finished, but maybe by this weekend I'll have it finished. I still am working on that one, and I'm still working on Mama Wheelers as well. I don't know, some squirrels ran by. I got distracted with other projects, but I definitely am still working on them. You'll find, guys, I have a lot of works in progress. So here I am to the very center stitch, and I take out my stitch marker. I'm going to put 3 single crochets into this one stitch. Hey, Victoria, good morning. There's 1, 2, and oops, oops, and 3. Okay. Then I'm going to pop my stitch marker right back in. That way, when I come back around, I'm going to know where my center point is to put my 3 stitches. Then I'm just going to work single crochets down the other side. Hillary said, I've attempted the virus and it's rippling. Seems to be my theme for projects these days. Um, Hillary, I know I commented on your Discord with your other blanket. With the virus, it does tend to ripple. Mine is kind of rippled too. Gen X said, side note, there is no N in her name. It's PassioKnit Kelsey. It's like a play on words. So if you go looking for her, make sure you're spelling it right. But if you just put in Lily Top, honestly, Lily Top, it will come up. It's right there on YouTube. It's very popular. This video has almost 2 million views on it. And with all of you going to be making this, I'm sure it's going to get even more views. Okay, so here we are down the other side. Now I'm going to turn my work. Now I am not doing any chain here as I turn. You can if you wish. I am just going right into that stitch and starting my single crochets. And so I'm just working 1 stitch till I get to the very center here. And then I'm going to be doing the 3 single crochets. The yarn that I'm using, Elisa, is I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. And this is the colorway Warm Blush. Hillary said, okay, that makes me feel better. Yeah, everybody will tell you that virus blanket, it does tend to ripple. I think with time, it'll kind of lay itself back out, and it just kind of, it takes a little bit to relax, I guess. Hillary said, I actually attempted this pattern, but stopped after I made both triangles. Oh no, Hillary, you were so close. You were so close. I can show you today how to finish it, girl. You could have it finished by this weekend, ready for summer, ready to go. I mean, the cups take the longest part, I think. Well, maybe the straps. The straps take a while too. Here I am to the center. Again, pop out my stitch marker right into this stitch. Now I need 3. So this is your increase as you go up and over. Can we call it a mountain? I guess we could call it a mountain. Up and over the mountain with your increase. Pop my stitch marker right back in the middle stitch. Keep me honest. Angie said, does she have basic measurements or is it measure yourself? She has all the measurements. She has all the cup sizes. If you, serious Hillary, go grab yours. Girl, you can crochet with me right along, unless you're at work, I guess. But yes, she has all Sparky said, mine are certainly mountains. There you go, Sparky. That's what my husband would say as well. Um, Marcia said, what do you mean when you said it was rippling? She was talking about the virus blanket. So, kind of the virus blanket, when you're doing the shells like this, they kind of don't lay flat. So, rippling, it's just there, she means they're not laying flat. But I think, after I first make the shells, mine don't really lay super flat either. I kind of have to like give it a little stretch and everything, and then it kind of lays flat. Takes a bit for it to kind of relax, I guess. Dee said, please let me know where to get the pattern. So the pattern, guys, is a free pattern by PassioKnit Kelsey. It is called the Lily Top. And you can find this on her YouTube, okay? And if you put in Lily Top, it'll come up Lily top. And like I said, if you look, she has a full tutorial video of this, okay? She takes you step by step exactly through what I'm doing today, how to assemble the whole thing. Now, if you want, you can look in the description of the video. On YouTube how you can expand it out, and then she has listed if you're a 32A or you're a 36 double D, whatever you are, she's got it listed there. So she has it listed. Basically, she'll say size extra small. This one is an extra small. And then she'll have listed the bra sizes that kind of correspond to this. Okay. The one I'm making right now is a medium. So you can see it's bigger than the first one that I made. So you just go on there and you look at her little measurements, and then find your cup size, and then it'll tell you if you need a small, medium, large, extra large. And then it will tell you, I started right here for a medium with a chain of 14. Now, when I did the small, I think I did 12. Don't quote me on that. And then, of course, if you are large, you're going to have more chains. And then the other difference is as you're working out, right? I'm going up and around, up and around. This part is bigger, wider. Okay. So I can't remember how many it was on the extra small, but can you see this one's got a little more width to it because this is a medium. Does that make sense? But anyhow, she's got that all, like, it's a really good video, you guys. I'm serious. If you are interested in making a halter top, I like I said, I made this on Sunday. I've never made it before. I watched her video, I crocheted with her, I paused it, and then I thought, well, I made this one for one friend in Arizona, and then Mama C, hey Carol, good morning. Mama C, Carol is my friend, you guys that I work with, and we've been friends for years and years and years. But I'm making this one this morning for her daughter. Her daughter graduates from college. What did you say, in May? And anyhow, I'm making this for her daughter. This is the colorway Warm Blush. So it's not like bright Barbie pink, really. It's a really pretty, um, kind of like a flesh tone pink, if you will, I guess. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a pinkish peach, I guess. So in the very center here, this is where I'm doing my increase. The extra small, Angie, it took one skein and I had some left over. Now the medium, to be determined. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna know here soon today. I think only one might do it. This is where I started, and I still have darn near the whole thing. So you might only need one skein of your cotton. I love this cotton. I bet everybody's got a skein of I love this cotton hanging out, chilling. I think it would be I think it would be really pretty, like in a I think it depends on your skin tone, right? But maybe like aqua blue for like the beach or something. It's I love this cotton is the yarn that I'm using, Victoria. You can use any cotton though. And I'm using a size I9 hook, okay? So coming back down the other side, come down the other side of this mountain. Mama C said it's a perfect color for her skin tone. I think it will be, Carol. Carol's granddaughter has a very would you say like an olive complexion? She's got really beautiful, like long dark hair. Uh, I swear she could be a model. She's just stunning, and she's in a sorority there. Is she at ASU or U of A? I always get it mixed up, but she's in a sorority there. The sorority colors are pink, but I really feel like this top on her is gonna just be primo, primo, primo. Hi, is this a DK? I think it's equivalent more to a 4 weight yarn, a worsted. Sorry, you're probably not in the US. I would say it's more of a worsted weight rather than a DK weight. It's I love this cotton by Hobby Lobby. Let me see if it has any specs on it. So it's 3.5 ounce, 100 grams, 180 yards, 165 meters. I think I'm going to need one, but I don't know for sure. It's calling for an I9 5.5 millimeter hook. That is what I am using this morning. And I'm using the colorway Warm Blush. So I think you could do if all you had was a DK weight is more like a 3 weight yarn for those that don't know. This is more like a worsted weight, I would say. You could probably double it up maybe if to get a little thicker, but or I think you still could probably like fudge it and make it work. What you would have to do though is you might have to go more arounds to get it wider. But if you're making it for yourself, Claire, it wouldn't be a big deal because you can hold it up on yourself and measure. For me, I'm making this like as a gift. So it's not like I can like hold it up and measure on myself. This would not work on me. I would need to go grande, grande size. My husband was chuckling. He said, "That's not for you, is it?" Oh, Mr. Wheeler. Uh, I don't think I was like this one right here, the extra small. I don't know if I was extra small even in high school. I was a size 9 in high school. I played basketball. I'm a big girl. I've always been a big girl. I'm about 5'8", maybe a little over 5'8". So my basketballs would not fit in that, if you know what I mean. Oh goodness. Get back on track here, April. Hey Maggie, good morning. It's Friday Eve, Maggie. We're almost there. Almost there. One step closer. Okay, so here we are, right back to the center. And in this center stitch under both loops, we're going to put 3 double crochet or single crochets. This is our increase. We got to go up and over the mountain. Now I'm going to put my stitch marker back in. Again, you don't have to use a stitch marker. If you feel comfortable being able to identify your little mountaintop here, you totally can do that. Okay. But for me, just learning this, I'm gonna err on the side of let's use the stitch marker, especially because I'm rambling. I get lost in where I'm at. You all try to keep me focused, but I do have these little squirrels that run by sometimes that get me off track. So I'm just putting 1 single crochet into each stitch. I'm going under both loops and working my way down. And I started this project with a chain of 14 was the medium size. Okay. So if you're just joining, I started right here where this stitch marker is, and I chained 14, and then I went up one side and down the other with single crochets. Okay. And then I'm doing an increase here at the top. Now I'm just going around, around, around. I'm turning my work every time. Maggie says samesies. That's why I use my stitch markers too. I get to talk and I know I sometimes. Well, my mom is always funny. Mom Wheeler. I got to tell you guys a Mom Wheeler story. Hey Maritza, good morning. Let me anyhow, she goes, I can't like walk and chew gum. I don't know how you can crochet and watch the comments and answer questions. She goes, I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, honestly, sometimes mom, I don't know either. That's why I say squirrels run by, right? Because sometimes I get totally distracted. Queen, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here this morning. Okay, so once I get to the very last stitch, I'm going to turn my work. And now you can either do a chain here and go back into your stitch. I do not do a chain. I just go right into my stitch and do a single crochet. Now I'm working single crochets up the other direction. Again, I'm going to come up all the way to this mountaintop. So 1 in each stitch all the way up. Hey, Rena, good morning. So I have to tell you a Mama Wheeler story. She said I could tell you guys. So Tuesday, most of you know, I was working on the waffle blanket, the waffle stitch blanket. And I showed it a little earlier on the live. It's this one right here. Okay. This is the waffle stitch. I was working on this on Tuesday with everybody on the live. And Mama Wheeler, I don't know, about halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, she said, I got to go. Time to go. And so everybody said bye to mom. And she goes, I have to tell you, she goes, I had to take a break from the live. And I said, oh, why is that? What was I don't care. I don't expect my mom to sit here for 2 hours while I'm rambling along. But she goes, I have to say, you've become a true influencer. And I'm like, oh, come on. What are you talking about? Like, that's not my goal here, right? And she goes, no, she goes, you really are an influencer because I had to hop off the live and I had to go make waffles. So I guess that qualifies as a true influencer. When you can work on a waffle stitch blanket and have your mom have to hop off the live to go make waffles for her and Papa Wheeler, it's a thing, right? So I am the true waffle influencer now. Uh, it worked. You guys, it worked. My Tuesday live, Sparky says, dang, now I want waffles. See, there you go. Everybody wants waffles. I am the waffle influencer. Everybody wants waffles. And the strawberries are so nice right now. I'll tell you, I pick some up every time I go to the store because I just slice those up. I know I shouldn't, but I put a little sugar on them, let them kind of marinate in their own juice. Ooh, put those over some waffles. Maybe a little whipped cream. I've been making some strawberry shortcake too. Now, by making strawberry shortcake, let me clarify. I'm not making any cakes. I'm picking up some angel food cake at the store or something. Hey, Mrs. Jarvis, good morning. Uh, Karina says, I have so much fruit right now. It's beautiful right now, and tomatoes. Um, Mama Wheeler says, true story. Yeah. So anyhow, kind of a cute Mama Wheeler story, and me being a waffle influencer. I think it's great. I think it's great. Uh, so, oh, angel food cake. That's my favorite. Yes, pound cake. Mr. Wheeler brought home a pound cake. So he goes, I couldn't make up my mind. So he goes, I brought a pound cake. I brought a cheesecake, just a plain cheesecake, so he could put his strawberries on top of it. And then he brought the little round ones, the little round ones that have, and you could put your strawberries on that. He brought 3 flavors. He was in the mood for strawberry shortcake, I think. And he's actually the one that brought home the strawberries the first time. He's like, here, these looked good. Can we do some strawberry shortcakes? And I'm like, sure, babe. Of course we can. Okay, we're moving right along here. Shall we count and see how close we are? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more rows, you guys. 2 more rows. Sarah said, my mom always made biscuits for shortcake. Uh, yeah, Sarah, I make homemade biscuits, buttermilk biscuits. Um, I learned how to make buttermilk biscuits from my ex's mother years and years and years ago. That was in the early 90s. And there's times where I just don't feel like firing up the oven and getting the biscuits going. But I do make a pretty good biscuit if I do say myself. Mama Wheeler can chime in. She's had my biscuits. I make some pretty good biscuits because I love biscuits and gravy. That's how come. So nothing like a little biscuits and gravy on a Sunday morning. I think it was last week or the week before. I was watching Maggie's live, and I'm like, I'll be right back. I had to go. I had to go whip up a batch of biscuits and gravy. I was hungry, but I was too lazy to make biscuits, so I actually did my gravy over toast. It worked. I do that too. My dad used to do that. He was in the army, and they would call it SOS. I don't want to say what that is, but if some of you know what it is. So it put the gravy over toast. They used to have that in the army. Marcia said, I can't find the free pattern. It's a video, Marcia. You have to go over to YouTube. There's a video link on my link tree. 10,000. My thing is not working. When I got my little happy clapper thing, it didn't have this piece on it. 10,000 likes. How about that? Y'all are happy tapping away this morning. Thank you so much for all of the taps. Kelly said, did you ever think you would grow up to be a waffle influencer? Kelly, I most certainly did not. But I think it's a good role to have in life to be a waffle influencer, right? As long as I don't have to like go to work at IHOP or something. uh, Gen X just pinned here on TikTok what the pattern is. Now, guys, if you're watching me on YouTube, you'll be able to scroll down in the video, and I put a link to Kelsey's tutorial. So that's the other thing. For those that don't know, I am live on YouTube as well this morning. If you prefer watching on your TV or computer or something, you can watch over there as well. And I'm doing that one horizontal. So on TikTok, I'm streaming portrait. On YouTube, I'm streaming horizontal. I know some people watch on their TV and their phone. Just one second here. Gen X said, I grew up using those little cakes from the store. I know, they're so easy, right? Let's see. I bake a lot on my countertop oven versus the big one. I don't have a countertop. I have a really small kitchen, and it's the one thing that's kind of a downfall about this house. But I do my very best in my small kitchen. Dana said it took me years of trial and error, but I finally perfected my grandmother's buttermilk biscuits. Awesome. Isn't that a good feeling when you struggle like that and then all of a sudden you like nail and it's like ding 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 ding. It's a good feeling, really good feeling. Let's see. Yep. To be fancy, we did 1 pound of ground beef. Then you make gravy from it and put it over toast. Yep, that's it. That's it, Hillary. SOS. Let's see. Did you see my Victorian lattice throw on Discord? Marsha, I did not. I'm gonna have to get on there and did you post it last night? I went to bed early, you guys. I was so tired. I know Mama C texted me last night. It was like 9 o'clock. Girl, I was sound asleep. I was tired. Or neon grease over fried potatoes. There you go. Arena says, now I got to find my waffle iron. Hey, Hannah, good morning or good afternoon, sweetie. Glad to see you here. Hannah said, the party can start. So the party started. The party started. I said we should wait for Hannah, and everybody said, no, we have to do this. So let's count. Am I close here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more row, and then we're going to be able to add our double crochets. So this is what we're making right here. This is going to be a halter top. This is 1 cup. We're making the other one. So I've got one more row of single crochet. Then I'm going to come back and do this little, what do you call this? Like a ladder? Let's see. I made banana upside down cake this last weekend. It was amazing. Caramel versus banana bread. Oh, that sounds good. Melody, that sounds really good. Karina said that color is beautiful that you're using, April. Yes, isn't it? I wish I could take credit for it, but it's all, I love this cotton. They did it all. I just said I think that would be really pretty for Halter. It's the colorway Warm Blush for those that are interested. I think it's going to take one skein is all for this halter top. So anyhow, if you've got a skein laying around, you could make a halter. Of course, it depends on your size, right? The bigger chested you are, I don't know how else to say that. The bigger you are, the more yarn you're going to use. Mrs. Melody said that's super cute. Don't know if I could ever wear anything like that though. Mrs. Melody, you're not alone. This is not for me. I'm giving this to a 20 something that's got a rockin' bod. I don't know how else to say it. She's cute. She's graduating from college. I believe next month. Next month is right around the corner if you can. Can't believe it. May is upon us already. I don't know where April has gone. But you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers. And I've been kind of neglecting, I normally get my garden started. And you guys, I have been so busy with work and crocheting and all my lives and projects and all this crocheting that I haven't gotten any of my garden planted. But I was out there yesterday. I went out to the coop to collect the chicken eggs. We've got a small flock of laying hens. And I scooped up the eggs. And then I was looking at my garden. I have some raised beds. Next month is today. Joyce, in the U.S., it's tomorrow. But are you in the U.S.? Isn't or is today May 1st? Have I lost a day? Maybe I lost a day. Wow, you guys knocked out that gift goal. Thank you so much, everybody, for the gifts this morning. Appreciate that. Let's do some ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Maybe it is May 1st. Oh my gosh, I sure did miss. It is May 1st. Well, happy May, everybody. I was thinking it was the last day of April. Hey Patricia, good morning. Okay, I still keep marking this very top because as I'm coming back around, we're going to need to do that top a little different than we do the others. Okay, so keep your stitch marker in there. Yes, today is May 1st. Okay, I stand corrected. I can't believe April is gone and it's already May. That's what I meant to say. Silly, you sillies. That's what I was meaning to say. Hillary said at least it is in Washington State. I guess it is in Alabama too. We're in the same country last time I checked. uh, hey, Squirrel, we just did that April drawing yesterday. I know, but I didn't realize it was the last day of the month. Sometimes I do it. I guess it's good I did it yesterday because it was the last day of the month. Gen X Girl said my husky's birthday is Sunday. Well, that's cool. How is your husky doing, by the way? Is she improving? Is she improving? You blinked. Yeah, I blinked. I totally blinked. Um, let's see. I'm Pentecostal and thinking about making one color of my favorite skirt go over blouse. I think this would be pretty as a. I don't think you'd have to make this as a halter. This yarn, I think, would be really pretty. Again, depending on your skin tone, right? But I think if you're like olive complected, is that what it's called? Olive. Um, I think it would look really pretty on that skin tone. Okay, let me count these and make sure that I'm on track here. I think I'm done, but let me just count. Okay, so here's my very center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. Okay, so these are going to go next to each other, obviously. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back around in the exact same fashion, and we're going to do double crochet, chain one, skip one, and then double crochet. And we're going to do that the whole way around. Now, when you get to the very tippy top here, we're going to be doing a double crochet, chain one, and then a double crochet right back in the tippy top. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So first things first, I'm going to turn my work. Now, you guys, you have some options here. I'm going to do a stacked single crochet. So I go right back in, do a single crochet. Then I'm going to go in this front loop only right here, slide my hook in, if I can slide it in. And I'm going to do another single crochet, as I said, if I can. I'm going to start with a stacked single instead of a standing double or anything like that, okay? Then I'm going to chain one, I'm going to skip one, and I'm going to go and do a double crochet in the next stitch. Uh, Whatever you choose to do, it needs to resemble or be a double crochet here. Okay, so again, I did a stack single. You could do a standing double. You could try a chain of three. However you want to try something there, that is what you need to do. And then we're going to chain one, skip one the whole way around. Wow, 23. That is a lot, Just a Gen X Girl. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for all of the love you give me every day. It really boggles my mind, I will tell you. What happened to Sparky? I was concentrating and I missed. Sparky says today is my 1 year work anniversary. Congratulations, Sparky. Is that the insurance gig? Okay, chain one, skip one. Working our way to the very center here. Oh, I messed that up. Frogging. Frogging, frogging. Make sure you skip one or it won't work, April. May is my birthday month. All right. Do we have a lot of May birthdays? I think we have a lot of June birthdays. Oh goodness, I've got to do a puzzle, guys. Hang on here. Let me pause for a puzzle. These stupid puzzles. Like, could they have made this any harder? Okay, it worked. Reset gift goal. I blinked and you guys accomplished the goal. That is okay. Puzzle is done. I've successfully completed the puzzle. Hallelujah. 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 Okay. Okay. Gift goal has been reset. Tanya said my birthday was last week. Happy belated birthday, Tanya. Boy, I feel hot today. I might have to switch my blankets to something lighter weight. I don't know. Some days I'm hot, some days I'm cold. Maybe it has to do with being 50. Okay, so here is our very top stitch. We're going to do a double crochet in that very center. Then we're going to do a chain one. Now, instead of skipping over here, we're going to put another one right in the mountaintop. It's kind of funny saying mountain when we're working on this kind of bralette thing. Okay, so there is our mountain. Now we're going to chain one, and now I'm going to work down the other side. So again, chain one, skip one, double crochet into the next. And working our way down. Next, we're going to be stitching these together. I'm trying to go to work at Cato or Hobby Lobby. What is Cato? Is that a craft store? I've never heard of that, Dana. Oh, Dana, while you're here, and I have your full attention, I think on my subscribers, I think your old channel is still subscribed and your new channel. So you have like double memberships. When I did the drawing yesterday, I don't know if you were on the live, but I put you twice on the wheel. I don't know how to, like, I don't know if I can do anything on my end, but it shows you as your old account is subscribed and your new account is subscribed. I just wanted to let you know that you're double subscribed. And I don't know how to, if there's anything I can do on my end, I really don't know. Okay, so once we have come all the way around, I'm going to snip off, okay? And we're finished with our 2 cups. Oh, it's a women clothing. This size is more like a hill, Sarah. This is true. This is a hill. Okay, so here are our 2 hills, Sarah said. And what we're going to do is I'm going to be working on this underside right here. Okay, so along this base here, I'm going to join these 2 hills. And the one thing you can see on this halter that I did, I actually extended it out a little bit on this extra small. Okay, so there's some past the cup. Now you don't have to do that. I'm going to, this one, the extra small, I did a chain of 7. Okay, then along the base here, I'm just doing single crochets. So you're going to turn your work to the wrong side. You want the wrong side is where we're going to be working. Okay, so like this. And for the medium size, I'm going to do a chain of 10. Dana said I canceled my old subscription. Okay, great, great, great. I wasn't sure if you saw that. Hey, Mimi, good morning. Jessica said super fan, right? Double. Oh, Joan, thank you so much for the heart hands. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm working on the back side of our uh, boulder holder here. And I'm going to go into this first stitch and I'm going to do a single crochet. So we're going to attach this chain to our cup. And what this does is this gives it a little of a wraparound on your halter top. Okay. So if you look at the side of this one, I did a chain of 7 here. This one I'm doing now, I did a chain of 10. It's a medium size. So I want to have a little extra here to kind of wrap around the body. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a single crochet into each stitch all the way along the bottom of the cup. That first one's kind of snug, but just work your way along here doing your single crochets. I'm going to work over this remaining tail that I have here and just incorporate that right in. Just cover that up as we go along. I kind of have to watch these stitches as I'm putting them in. Some of them are kind of tight. Just, kind of wiggle your hook in there, get it in there however you need to. Is totally fine. Not like that, though. I don't want to be splitting stitches. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. I'm trying to hurry. Okay. Almost there. I tried everything to get my old crochet account signed back in and I couldn't get it done. Dang, that I can't believe that still. That had to be like really like heartbreaking, frustrating, I would think. But at least you have your new one and we can still see your smiling face every day. Hey, Nurse Marie, good morning. Thank you for being a nurse. We're making a halter this morning, a halter top. This is the Lily Top by PassioKnit Kelsey. Um, Sometimes it's hard to go in your double crochets that we did right here, you guys. If you want, instead of trying to go in between, you could go around like this. It doesn't hurt anything. Then I'm on the very end. I'm going to go in this very last stitch here. Okay. And now we have added our chain of 10. We've gone single crochet the whole way around or the whole side. Now what I need to do is I need to repeat and we're going to attach this cup to this one. Okay. Again, make sure, double check that you're working on the back. And I am. Now I have a tail here. I'm going to work over that tail as well as I go along. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my first stitch here going. And single crochet. And you want this kind of tight together. Okay. Single crochet again through the double crochets, just go in the space. And again, now we're going to go and do one single crochet the whole way down. And I'm working again over these tails as I'm going along. I can get rid of this stitch marker. We don't need him anymore. Let's put him to the side. So just kind of pick your stitches here as best you can. It's, like I said, it's kind of tight, but this is nice. It puts a nice like finishing edge on this. You can kind of see it's like kind of bumpy and stuff. So it's nice to cover that up and have a really kind of cool finished edge. But if you are just coming on, I am making the Lily Top, Lily, Lily, by PassioKnit Kelsey. And the mod will pin, either Anvil or Gen X will pin the pattern, but there are links on the link tree. Now, friends, I'm not an expert at this pattern. I've made it once. This is my second time. But I made one on Saturday, or maybe it was Sunday. I can't remember. One day this weekend. I worked it up in a couple hours. Okay. This morning, before I came on the live, I made one of the cups ahead of time. And on the live this morning, I've been on since 7:30 Central Time. I've been on an hour. And in that hour, we have made the second cup. And now we're going to start the assembly and straps and everything. That's what our next step is. So if you missed any part of the live this morning, you can go back and rewatch it on my YouTube. My handle is Wheeler8Acres. Also, I highly encourage you to check out Kelsey's tutorial. She really is an inspirational crocheter. So into the double crochet here, I do a single crochet. And then here is the very last stitch. I do a single crochet in that one. And now I need to do a chain of 10 because I want to match the other side over here that we did, how we put the chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so this is now what we have. It's starting to look more like an actual brassiere. Okay, so our next mission is we're going to repeat how we did this really cool like cabling. We're going to do that again. You can see we have it here under the cups. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did when we went around the cups. So turning my work, okay, I'm going to start with, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do a stacked single crochet here. And that's going to count as our first double crochet. You could also do a standing double crochet here if you'd like. Kelsey did it with a stacked single. I don't know if a chain of 3 would work here. It might. You'd have to just kind of test with it. I really believe that the reason why PassioKnit Kelsey does a stacked single is you can see it's a little more sturdy. So one of the things with the straps actually weave into that space, if you can see that. I know the black is hard to see, guys. That's why we're doing it with pink. But this right here is what we just are making, okay? So I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to skip 1, and then into the next, I'm going to double crochet. And I'm going to repeat that the whole way down, okay? So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double. Once you get to the cups, it'll be a little easier to like hang on to. I feel like I've got it kind of twisted up. Let's see, better go right here. Try to keep your chain straight, but if you don't, it's okay because we're going to be coming around with a single crochet and that'll kind of get ironed out. So don't get too alarmed if that gets a little twisted up. One thing we want to be conscious of though when we're doing this is, oops, you want to make sure that you have on these sides like the same amount, right? So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is my first one, which makes sense. I did a chain of 10, right? So if I turn a chain of 10 by skipping 1, I'm going to end up with 5. So there's my 5. Now I'm to the halter part, and there's my first one. Same thing, chain 1. Now I can skip 1. I'm going to go right into this space. You know what? Did I do a single crochet on this? Hang on. I think I did a single crochet here. Let's pause. This is not right. I can't remember. I can't remember if I did a single crochet here or not. To err on the side of caution, I'm going to do a row of single crochets all the way along. I feel like it would make it more sturdy, this little strap. I can't remember. Like I said, guys, I'm not perfect at this pattern. I'm barely learning how to make it. It's not going to hurt anything to throw in a row of singles here though. So I'm going to do that. I really feel like it'll make it a little sturdier as we're working along. So better err on the side of caution, I guess. Sparky said, okay, time to focus. Bye, everybody. Sparky, have a great weekend. Crystal said, yes, there's a single crochet. Okay, thank you, Crystal, for confirming that I don't know what I'm doing. It just didn't feel right. You know how sometimes you're like working on something, it doesn't feel right? It didn't feel right. It did not feel right to me. Okay, so it just felt like it was too, oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Crap. I got a frog again, guys. Let me get my work situated here. Goodness me, oh my. Do I have 10? Let me just redo this 10 because I feel like it's messed up now. I'm struggling. The struggle is real right now. Frog that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn. I want to turn this like this. It's better for me to work. Okay. Get over there, silly. Get over there, silly. Okay. This is getting too tight on me. Okay, I'm gonna be good here now. Let's see if I can get this. This, I swear, is the hardest part of crochet, working in these chains. Do y'all feel my pain right now? We're gonna get this. This is gonna be the magic time. 3 times is the charm. Sorry guys, I'm missing a bunch of comments right now. I'm trying to get this not screwed up. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Okay, I'm on the bottom. I'm on the bottom. I feel like I'm good now. Okay, let's work a single crochet across. This is going to make it definitely more stable. I think this is a good plan. Thank you. I think it was Crystal that corrected me. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate that. See, we're good now, right? It looks better. It makes more sense. Totally makes more sense. Okay, hang on. I got to pull my blankie down. I'm too hot. I'm having a hot flash. I don't know if I'm like perimenopausal yet or whatever. It's hard to tell. I sure wake up some nights like in a shield of sweat. Jennifer says, I'm back. Yeah, she does. I can't remember if she does a single crochet here, but we're definitely doing it. I can't remember. I can't really see on the black. Like I said, it's not going to hurt anything. It'll just make it a little fatter of a strap, but I mean, who cares? It's just going to make it stronger, and it won't take very long to do a row of single crochets. I don't think. Um, I think it'll be like fine. So I kind of pulled that out there. I'm going to just cover that up where I messed it up. Then I'm going to come back and do my row of double crochets. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch her video though, because I can't remember. I want to know for sure. Like I said, I don't think it really makes a difference, but um, I'm curious now if I did it right or wrong. Okay, my cup is twisted here. So untwist. Okay, this is my string where I had it attached. I've got to find the end and kind of give that a pull, I think, and see if I can get that tighter where I wove in my ends. You know what I mean? Where's the fourth strand? Where is it? It's right in here somewhere. Let me see if I can pull that. Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. I'm trying to pull, see this little loop right here? I'm trying to pull this a little tighter. That's better. See the difference? That loop where my end was, I just had to tighten that up a little bit. Okay, working back along now. We're cruising. Hey, did you say there was no wrong way in crocheting? I think I heard somebody say that. Just a Gen X girl. I think I heard that somewhere. The whole fake it till you make it thing. Right now, I've just made this pattern my own, possibly. Just kidding. This is Passionate Kelsey's video all the way. Just because I changed one row doesn't like change the pattern. But uh, Amy said, I love this. Thank you, Amy. Like I said, I'm not an expert at this top by any means. I'm following Passionate Kelsey's tutorial. I don't know if she has a written pattern or not, but we are making a halter top. It's called the Lily top. It's extremely popular pattern of hers. I don't know if it was this pattern that put her on the map, but she's been making halter tops like since she was in high school, and she has a really cool YouTube channel. She's just a great personality. I like Kelsey a lot. I just enjoy watching her videos. I think she's a cool chick. I guess the thing is, like, you know how there's sometimes these people that you would just like to go post up on their couch and like spend some time with them, like crocheting and like having a cocktail or a cup of coffee or something. She's one of those chicks. She's one of those chicks that I would totally do that. Karina says you can buy written patterns on her website. Okay. And I know she does, she sells a lot of stuff. Yesterday I made her scrunchie, and the reason why I'm doing so much Passionate Kelsey stuff right now, guys, is because once you watch like one YouTube of a creator and then you like it and gives it a thumbs up and all that, then it starts giving you more and more options of theirs. So I've been seeing a lot of Kelsey on my YouTube lately, but I'm not complaining. I've been watching her for years, but I was watching her. I'm making the hexagon cardigan and I'm following her tutorial of that. So I've been watching that video a lot. I had to put that project on hold because I ran out of the yarn I was using. But actually, the yarn came yesterday. So I can resume back on my cardigan. So, anyhow, I was watching her a lot for that. Okay, so we're back to the end now. So I'm going to turn my little bralette thing over. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make these little spaced out double crochets. So I'm going to start with a standing single crochet. So I do a single crochet, then I put my hook under this very first loop, drop another loop, and then yarn over and pull through those. That is a stacked single. Chain one. Now I'm going to skip one, and then I'm going to do a double crochet into the next. Chain one, skip one, double crochet into the next. And I'm going to repeat that along the whole base of this halter. And so that's just adding a little, dimension. Now, if you don't like the look of that, you could totally change it up. This is where people start getting creative with their halter tops, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm kind of into the halter top now, but see how I messed that up? Got to frog that out. I didn't skip a stitch. It should be this one. Oopsies. Rewind. Okay, so now I'm to the halter top. So I did a chain of 10 as my extender. So then I would have 5 double crochets here. Now along the cups, I'm going to repeat, same thing, skip one into the next double crochet. You're making like this lattice, ladder, whatever you want to call this kind of look, like adding some texture and dimension. Dana said, that's the way I feel about you and Maggie. Oh, thank you, Dana. That is such a nice compliment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's weird because I don't think of myself that way. I really don't. And then I hear you guys say stuff like that. It just like gives me little fuzzies. Just get little warm fuzzies inside. I really appreciate that. I still feel like I have to pinch myself. Like, is this really happening kind of thing, Um, it's been a whirlwind since July when I first started going live. We're going to do something big for the for my anniversary when we come up with. It'll be my anniversary going live will be July 5th. So we'll have to do some kind of a giveaway or something for July 5th. Doesn't that sound like a good plan? Do a little April 1 year anniversary. Kay, thank you so much for the roses this morning. And thank you everybody for the screen taps. We're 16,000 over here on TikTok. Amazing, amazing. Over on YouTube, we have 8 thumbs up. Thank you everybody for the thumbs up who's watching. I appreciate that. Helps the little algorithm. Let's see. Carol said, Mama C said, she's a hoot to sit and gab with, never a dull moment. Well, That's probably true. Carol and I, so my friend Carol and I, we go way back. We met in the 90s, and we were neighbors. And some of you have probably heard this story before, but Mama C ran the block watch. And so anyhow, there we had a lot of we were there in Phoenix. We were in Northeast Phoenix. We lived at Cave Creek and Cactus. Mama C, Carol, she lived the street above me. Okay, and the reason I say above me is because we lived on a hill. So she was one street above. My grandparents, who you've heard me talk about my grandparents a lot, they lived the street above us. So basically, our house was like this. My grandpa's house was like this, and Carol's house was like this. She was across the street from my grandma and grandpa. And so Carol and I, we ended up doing, we were active with the community. We got involved with the police department. Ooh, 7 cakes. Thank you, Joan. Thanks for supporting me. That's a lot. 7 is a lot. Whoop, whoop. Um, so we were involved with, the block watch. She was running the block watch. I became kind of the leader of the blight committee. Carol saw the crime. We had a lot of crime. There's a lot of cooking of illegal stuff in the neighborhood. Okay, let's just put it that way. I'm not going to get into details on the TikTok, but um, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That worked out perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is how it's looking so far. You can see our cups now have our little texture. We're going to have lots of time for stories. And now what we need to do is we're going to come back and we're going to start doing rows of single crochets. If you can see here, uh, here's the thing. Passionate Kelsey said, you can do as many of these as you want. You can make your band as fat as you want it, but it needs to be an odd number. Okay. So she did 7. That is what I'm going to do is 7. And then we'll see what it looks like. After that, you can see here, once I get the 7, then we're going to come back and we're going to do more of the ladder. And then we're going to do a single crochet all the way around. Reset the gift goal. Dang. On fire. Set up a new gift goal. Thank you guys so much for the gifts this morning. I feel like I set these up and I blink and then you guys have completed them. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much this morning for all the love. It's been a really good week on the lives this week. I think we've had a lot of fun projects. So, okay, as I mentioned, let me get myself started. Let me trim off these strings, my yarn tails that I have woven in. Let's get these snipped off so our work is looking a little cleaner. People are hopping on the TikTok going, man, what is she making? She's making a mess is what she's making. Okay, so I'm going to weave this one in when we come back up around. Okay, so for right now, we're going to work on our single crochet rows. Squirrel, I know, Jessica, I'm bad. These squirrels, they come by, they get me distracted. I'll get back on the Mama C story here in a minute. I don't remember why. I know I had a point. Oh, because she said that she's fun to gab with or something. Guys, as you're doing the single crochets, in here, I'm just going under that whole bar. Okay. Then in the top of the double crochets, I'm doing a single crochet. So just make it easy on yourself. Don't try to go in the single crochet chain or the chain area. That's really hard to work into. But this is what we're getting at. Just a Gen X girl, thank you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What else do I hope they get some new stuff for May, but today's May 1st. You would think that they would have some new stuff out, right? What haven't I done this morning? I can't see my thing. Hang on. Let me move my light a little bit. I can't even tell. We'll do some more ice creams, I think. Confirm. Oh, I guess we didn't finish the goal. I thought we did. Whatever, it's reset. Okay, so working your way along single crochets. I need to do, like I said, an odd number of rows of these. This counts as my first row of single crochets. I'm going to do 7 rows total. as we work along here. So back to my, oh, it was done. Okay, perfect. Arlene said, Happy May Day. I thought maybe I was losing it on my gift goal there. Happy May. I can't believe it's May 1st already. Where is the year going? I need to start thinking about Christmas projects. Last year, I wanted to make a snowman and I didn't get my snowman made. So that's definitely on the agenda. Okay, squirrel. Um, Mama C. So we became active with the police department. And Carol and I actually went through citizens training. And we had like, they have like a citizens patrol in the city of Phoenix. And so we became active in that. And basically, you don't do a lot, but what you do is you drive around and you see if there's things happening. You have signs on your car, and you just let the people know in their neighborhood that the block watch is watching. Well, basically, what this was is a time for Carol and I to drive around till midnight. We'd leave the husbands at home, and Carol and I would go out, 8 o'clock, and we'd drive around for 4 hours around the neighborhood, and we'd get coffee, and we would just kind of chill and chat and tell stories. And we'd go up to the park and we'd go sit on the swing and talk some. And then we'd get back into the car and we'd go drive around. And the car wash was always a hot spot. So we'd go sit at the car wash for a little while. And, we'd just hang out and we'd BS. We'd have girl time. That was our girl time. So Carol and I did that. What did we do it for, Carol? What, like a couple years? I think it was like 2 or 3 years that we did this. And anyhow, I was there in the neighborhood with Carol for 16 years. We were neighbors, hanging out and just having a grand old time. And I'd walk up the hill. So we had, like I said, Grandpa was above us. And we had steps from our place up to Grandpa's place. And then once I got to Grandpa's place, I would just cross the street and then I would go to Carol's house. So I didn't even have to like go around the block. Sometimes I would just cut through Gramps' house. He didn't care. Grandma didn't care. They loved me. And so anyhow, and then I'd go sit up on the deck and BS with Grandpa and Grandma and stuff. And Grandma and Grandpa were part of the block watch too. Of course, they weren't like on the patrol or anything, but they would come to the block watch meetings, and so they knew Carol. We're all friends. It was really good times. But one time, I'll tell you about the rain story. Okay, we have time for rain. I got a lot of single crochets to do here. So my husband, this is my ex-husband at the time. My husband at the time, now my ex-husband, he had a Ford F-250 extended cab. It was a big old truck. He had a big old lift on it. Redneck dude. That's my style, right? That's what I like. These redneck guys. I'm kind of a redneck girl. So, anyhow, it that was my thing. But anyhow, I had a Mustang, and we used to every now and then my ex-husband, he would let us take the truck. And so Carol and uh I wasn't very good at driving the truck, mind you, okay? Because the thing is a beast. It was just huge. Turn my work, okay? Working back the other direction, single crochet again right into that first stitch, pull up a loop. I didn't do a chain or anything, and I'm just working single crochet back the other direction. One in each stitch, single crochet. So, uh, it had been raining. I don't know if it was raining when we were patrolling, but we had the signs on, and most nights there wasn't a whole hell of a lot happening, right? It was just kind of us doing our girl thing. So Carol said, crazy driver on that truck. I scared myself. 2 times in that truck, I scared myself. I think I scared Carol too. So one time we went over to the park. Well, it was dark and it's not very well lit by the park. For those that are in the Phoenix area, it is Lookout Mountain Park. Okay. So as you're on Cave Creek, it's a park that's up on the hill. That was our neighborhood park. And you could hike the hill, so people would go up there. It was called, like I said, it was called Lookout Mountain. And so anyhow, it had been raining and there was puddles everywhere. And every time I would leave the house, my ex would be like, drive safe, make sure you're doing that. Y'all have one of those every now and then. So I was like, yeah, yeah, whatever. So there was these big puddles. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Nobody's out. And I'm like, Carol, I'm going to go through these puddles. So I went through the puddles and they were a lot deeper. You hear about those people that get their truck stuck? I didn't get the truck stuck, but it was big and it was a big splash and it was like, oh, whoops. So anyhow, I think Carol almost shat her britches that time. The other time I was coming off of 20, I think it was 23rd Drive or 23rd Street or something, and I was turning onto Cactus. Okay, so I had made a big loop, like kind of through the neighborhood. Right there, there's a QT there, and kind of some other stuff. But I was turning out there out of the neighborhood, and I'm used to driving my Mustang. Again, it was late. It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night. There wasn't a lot of traffic, but there was some traffic. And the turning radius on that truck, that thing it was a beast, right? And I wasn't used to the turning radius. And I scared the crap out of myself because when I turned, I was turning right, but there was a car in this outside lane. I knew he was there, but what I didn't anticipate is like how wide the truck turned, like the turning right, and he honked at me. He was like, "What the hell is this woman doing?" That time was scarier than the big puddle. That's my bad driving. Don't tell my husband or my ex-husband. But that time, that was even scarier than the big puddle. The big puddle was kind of more like a fun thing. So I'm not nearly as crazy nowadays as I was back then. I was a lot younger then. And in the night, it was like I moved there in the neighborhood in '96. I got married. That's when I had gotten married. I got married in '96, and then I left there in 2010. So we were there for a lot of years. And Carol and I were just hanging out and having, a good time. We just hang out and talk. She's just my good friend. I don't know how else to say it. Y'all have those, right? Marcia said, keep a pen and paper by your phone and iPad to write down your ideas. I know. And you know what else, Marcia? Colors. I like have these projects, right? And I say, "Oh, I want to make this project and I want to use this yarn for it." And then I go out and buy the yarn. I'm sure you guys are like this. You buy the yarn and then the yarn comes and then a week or two later, you're in your yarn or craft room or wherever you keep your yarn and you're like, "I know I was going to make something with that yarn, but what was it? It was going to be really cool. I had something planned for this." Do you guys do that? Or is it just me? I'm like, why did I buy these Karen cakes? I know I was going to make something with it. Yesterday, I got Karen cakes delivered. They're like soft cakes. They're not cloud cakes. They're something else, some other cake. And I was like, I know I had a plan for this. What was my plan for it? I don't know. I'm racking my brain trying to remember what I was going to do with these cakes. There's, I think, 4 or 5 of them. I don't know. This happens. This happens to the best of us, I suppose. Dana said all the time, blossom cakes. Yes, Hannah, thank you. Blossom cakes. They're really pretty. It's like blue and pink, and it's just so pretty. It's just really pretty yarn. And I know I had something planned. I saw somebody make something, or I was inspired by a pattern, and then I was like, "Oh, this blossom cake would look really nice for that. I should scoop up one of those, right?" And so I did, and I don't know. I can't remember for the life of me. Hopefully it'll come to me. Um, let's see. Joyful said, "I do that at the store. I come home with 50 skeins and then forget all stored. They get all stored until I want them." Yeah, that happens to me too. I do like my yarn wall. That helps me to kind of like get projects like organized and in rows and everything. But I don't know. There's sometimes where I'm just like, what was I thinking when I bought this? I mean, I'm sure it'll get used. Those blossom cakes are beautiful. It's really pretty yarn. Amy says, does anybody else say rabbit rabbit on the last day of the month and hare hare on the first? No, I've never heard of that before. Hare hare. I'll say it. Hare hare. Happy May 1st. Happy May Day. Tammy says, I write on the wrappers the project name. Oh, that's a good idea, Tammy. Y'all are so much smarter and more organized than I am. Let's see. Will said, I had seen someone make shirts with them. Wow. That sounds cool. Uh, Just a Gen X girl said, I have a whiteboard as a project board. Oh, stop. That is too organized. I am impressed, Gen X. I am impressed. I don't know that I'll ever be that organized. I am organized 1 week at a time. I'm sure you guys have picked up on this. I make my projects 1 week ahead. I work on them on the weekend. I figure out what I'm going to be working on the next week on the live so that I have my agenda in my mind of what I'm going to make. Sometimes I start planning it the week before so I don't leave everything till Saturday and Sunday. And then I go off and do it. I do try to do a different project every day on the live. It's very, very rare that you will see me work on the same thing twice, back to back. It's not that I don't like the project, it's that staying on and talking about it for 2 hours, 2 days in a row, I can't do that. It's just not entertaining to me. So the second day I come on and talk about something else. But you can go back and rewatch my lives on my YouTube. My handle is Wheeler8Acres if you are not following me over there. When you look for my videos, there's a video tab. There are some tutorials there. There's some shorts. And then the next tab over, I believe, is the live tab. So remember, if you're looking for something on my YouTube and you don't see it on the video tab, you have to hop over to the live tab on my profile, and you'll find all of these videos every day when I come live over there. You can go back and rewatch them. Time check 23 minutes. Gen X said, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. I'm not going to make it in time to show you guys the rest of this. But, you can always go and watch Passionate Kelsey. She has the full tutorial of this on her YouTube. It's a great video. It has almost 2 million views. Talk about peer pressure. 2 million views can't be wrong, right? I think people have made this over and over again. If I was to make it over again, 2 weeks from now, I would have to go rewatch her video. So I highly encourage you to check that out. Obviously I want you guys to watch me when I'm on the live and everything, but my purpose is to inspire you with your crochet. Maybe I make a project and you're like, oh, I should make a halter top. Anvil says, I have to leave early today. Have a great day, everyone, and a weekend. Anvil, thank you so much for your support this week. How about a round of applause for Gen X and Anvil, our moderators? Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Best mods on TikTok. Another great week in the books for the moderators. Thank you both. You all are so, so awesome. And I hope you have a great weekend and stay safe if you're getting storms up there. Stay out of the weather, Anvil, Gen X, all you folks up northeast. I think we're supposed to get weather tonight. Anyhow, as I was saying, my purpose here, because I'm not a full-time crocheter, I'm a hobby crocheter, right? I do work full-time. I'm not making lots of tutorials where it's like, do this, do this, do this, do this. There's a lot of people out there that make those, and they take an exorbitant amount of time. If you're watching a tutorial, I don't care if it's on TikTok or YouTube or whatever platform you're watching it on. Seriously, guys, take a moment. Like, if you look at Passionate Kelsey's video on her, this lily top, she's had almost 2 million views. If you look at the ratio of people that liked that video that she made versus the amount of views, it is staggering, the difference. It helps her channel so much if all you do is hit the thumbs up button when you're watching the YouTube. Like, I want Passionate Kelsey to be successful because she makes really cool stuff. I want to be able to follow her and watch new stuff that she's coming up with, or be able to go back and watch things that she's made before, market bags and all this stuff, right? So whenever I'm watching a video, I give it a thumbs up. If it's something that I'm making, like I feel like I owe it to Kelsey to say thank you. That's my way of saying thank you. Sometimes I'll make a comment, but I don't think people like realize how much of a difference it makes on these crochet content creators. Those of you that make crochet content, you understand exactly what I'm saying, and you probably already do this just to show support of other creators. But I'll do it on everything. I try to be supportive, especially like people like Passionate Kelsey. They give so much to the crochet community. I'm not even at the level that Kelsey is at. So, I come on here, I share patterns I'm working on, I share yarns. I hopefully get you excited about crochet. I hope that you have friends here that you can come and chat with and relax and enjoy your coffee. So my purpose and mission is a little different than somebody like Kelsey, who's making crochet and selling it, or making tutorials or patterns and selling those. And I know a lot of you here are very supportive of people like her. So it's just a gentle reminder, like give things a thumbs up. Take the time to, I didn't say thank you on her for this lily top, but I need to go back and tell her thank you, because this pattern has been so easy to work on from start to finish. This is only my second time doing it. And if it hadn't been for such a great tutorial, I wouldn't be able to explain to you guys what I'm doing, or kind of show you what I'm doing, but hopefully today, maybe if you're not interested in a halter top for yourself, maybe you're interested in it, for something to, maybe you have a granddaughter or family friend or niece or somebody who would like a beach halter top or something to wear this summer. And maybe you've never made a wearable before and you think, oh, I could probably do that. But you can see already, I started this project this morning. Now, I made one of the cups before I came on the live. Okay, so we won't count that. But I'm coming up on 2 hours. So, in the scheme of things, as far as time on projects, it's not really that bad of a project as far as taking a lot of time. It could be on and off your hook pretty quickly. So I think it's a pretty neat project, and I think the gal that I'm making this for is really going to like it. So let's see. Pinterest helps me remember what I do for projects. Oh, Sarah, that's a good idea. Lattice squares. Karina, we made lattice squares on the live. Was it last week? They're on the link tree. And also there's a video if you want to make the lattice squares. Mama Wheeler said, thank you to the senior world. Sue said, I just popped by to say hi. Been really, really busy. Sue, so nice to see you. Lefty is here. Good morning, Lefty. Let's see. I have my crochet coat rack and bags hanging on it. All right, Dana. That's awesome. Hannah says, I just buy yarn without an idea of what to do with it. Sometimes I do that too, Hannah. The yarn inspires me, right? I don't know it, but it's beautiful yarn. Let's see. Sorry, friends. I'm going to be, let's see, probably people probably watch the videos multiple times, can only like it once. That's true too, Tanya. I think that's the case as well. But it was like, I don't know, don't quote me on the stats of the Lily Top, but I think it has like maybe like 35,000 likes and 1.8 million people have watched it. It was staggering. Lefty said, when I see people making videos asking for supportive content creators, I always tag you. I see that, Lefty. I see you tag me in those, and I always try to respond. And I usually follow that person as well, whoever you've tagged me in. I have a lot of people that I follow here on TikTok. Now, I will say I don't have enough time to watch all the videos that are out there, but yeah, I do my very best. But with work being so busy right now, there's not a lot of downtime. There's not a lot of time to be watching TikTok videos. Let's see. Karina said, "Is that what your new yarn is for?" Oh, it could have been for a lattice. Karina, that might have been what I thought what got that for. Now that I'm thinking about it, that could very well be. It would make a nice lattice square. That would totally make sense. Gen X, thank you for the ice cream cones. I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. I need to count these. I feel like I have 6 or 7. And then we're going to start the double crochets. I'm probably going to go a little long today, friends, just to let you know. I'm in a pretty good place with work. I worked very, very hard yesterday. So I don't have to be at work until 10. And I already filled the bird feeders. I already fed the dogs. So I'm going to keep working on this halter, probably past 9:30, but don't let me go past 9:45, guys. Okay, let's not go past 9:45. I'll crochet for a little while longer here. Try to see how much farther I can get on this top. Next, I need to count these rows so we can see where we're at. So let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got 2 more to go. 2 more rows to go. Just keep crocheting, April. Keep crocheting. Um, Karina said, I thought you said wanted to make it in more colors because of how pretty and easy it worked up. I probably did say that, Karina. I definitely want to do some more of those lattice squares. It is really a pretty. Are your live feeders up? I don't see it. It looks like the live feeder is pointing at our deck, which means that a clever squirrel has jumped onto the camera and knocked it down. It's still hanging up, but they've like knocked the angle down, Tammy. I'll go out there and readjust it, but the squirrels have been really squirrely lately. Let's just put it that way. So they did that the other day too. I was watching it, and all of a sudden it was like, whoop. It's a PTZ camera, which a PTZ camera means pan, tilt, zoom. It took me a while to learn that, but I can control it with the app. It was good this morning when I was watching it, but I can see it here on my TV. It's pointing at the deck right now. Yeah, it's definitely pointing at the deck. I don't know what they did to it. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Guppy said, I'm making weighted crochet blankets. That's a good project for winter. That would be hot in my lap right now, though. I just was mentioning on the live earlier, I'm going to have to maybe, I'm feeling very hot this morning, but maybe I need to turn down the air or something. I don't know. I'm definitely warm this morning, warmer than I have been the past few months. Let's put it that way. Dana said, I got the tree coat rack idea from you. Thank you. Even my hubby liked it. Nice. Karina says, I'm loving my new scrunchie I made yesterday. Did you use velvet yarn, Karina? We made scrunchies on the live yesterday. So that's what she's referring to for those that are not aware. Um, it was a really fun. I like making the scrunchies. I have one of my old ones in my hair, but I need to switch it out today to one of my new ones I made. What do I have? One more row after this? Nana said, OMG, that's so cool. How do you get them weighted? Are you using pony beads, Guppy? I made a pony bead hexagon granny square. You can find that on my YouTube, but I didn't make a full blanket. I wasn't that ambitious. I was not that ambitious. It seemed like Guppy Arlene said, I think it's velvet. I got it with no wrapper. Oh, okay, nice. Uh, Sarah, did you make one too? Arlene said, yep. So, like on wool, or is it a stitch you hide them in or something? Pony beads, I'm lining one side. What's weighted crochet blanket? So, Marcia, I don't have my Ring of Madness here. I could show it next Tuesday. But if you Google a weighted crochet blanket, or even on TikTok, basically when you are crocheting along, what you do is you incorporate in a pony bead. Do you know what a pony bead is? Pony bead is like a plastic bead that's like this big. Of course, it's round, not what I'm showing you, but you crochet through the pony bead, and then you attach it to your crochet. And so what happens is those beads help to weigh down your blanket. So it makes it like a comforting blanket when you're like, laying. It adds pressure, it adds weight. And it's a really popular thing all last year, I would say. And you can use different colors of pony beads. Some people make rainbow. Well, they'll do like red, blue, green, yellow, the whole rainbow. Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And then they repeat that red, orange, yellow, green. And then they alternate it. So you'd have your red one here. Then when you do your next row, you would have your red one here and then your red one here. So they would go at an angle and they look like this spiraling rainbow. So there, if you put in weighted crochet on your TikTok, it'll come up as well. But people have made really beautiful blankets with the pony beads. Now there are a lot of uh, different types of pony beads. So depending on your style, some of them that I have are glow in the dark. So I don't know if I could be as disciplined to make a full blanket that's weighted because it does take a lot of you have to basically, when you have your hook, you slide the pony bead on to your hook, and then put your yarn through it that way. So you definitely have to have some patience with it, and it takes a little practice, but you can do it. It's definitely, there's a lot of tutorials out there. Uh, Nana said, "Wait, glow in the dark." Yeah, I thought the glow in the dark beads were kind of cool. I was thinking maybe it would be cool for like a market bag, make like a weighted square for a market bag, and then sew all the squares together, and then have it like glow with like flower shapes. Um, I don't know. These things just rattle around in my brain all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more row, guys. We're getting closer. Can you see what's happening here? Can you see our little top? Pretty neat, right? Probably have to use a pretty small hook then if the bead has to fit. Yes. Yep, you do. But you can just experiment with it. And I found it pretty easy to do when I was doing the weighted. I made, like I said, I made just some tests just so I could say that I've kind of played around with it and done it. And I didn't make any like full projects with it, but there is a tutorial on my YouTube of how to make a beaded hexagon. If you want to watch that, it's a full tutorial on my YouTube. I don't know if it's on my TikTok. I think it might be on my TikTok, but it shows you how to apply the beads and everything if you wanted to watch it. Like I said, I never did anything with that hexagon, but kind of what my thought was is it would be kind of a cool like market bag or something. That one has glow in the dark beads as well. Let's see. Crystal said this would be a cool look with some beads on it. It would. It would, Crystal. I think this concept that I'm doing today of this lily top, I think the whole concept, you could really like branch out from this and really start to experiment with different stitches and stuff. And so what I mean is you probably wouldn't want to do different stitches on the cups, right? You want this solid to be covering. But, I'm doing single crochet here, and her lily top has these double crochets that looks like this ladder. But the question becomes, are there different stitches that you could do that would look really cool on this band? One of the stitches I was thinking about, I don't know if I can do it. Let's try. I haven't done it for a really long time. I have to do some double crochets. Ignore all these double crochets, guys. I'm experimenting here. I don't remember how I did it there. I have a video of this in yellow. Um, okay, let me turn my work. I think what I did is I wrapped my yarn around twice, and then what did I do? What did I do? I think I did this. And then, see, that's not right. Wrap my yarn around twice. Nope, that's not right. I can't remember. It's a really cool stitch. It would look cool on this. There's a video on my TikTok of me making a yellow stitch. I don't remember what the name of the stitch is called. I saw it somewhere and I made it and I put it on my TikTok so I could come back and reference it. I'm not going to get all distracted by the squirrel today, but I really thought, oh, that would be kind of cool on this. So it's tall and it does like this twist. So you have like your double crochets, then it kind of twists, and then you have your double crochets. But in my mind, I could envision it like if you had 2 rows of single crochet, then you did in the middle that twisting stitch the whole way around or the whole way down, and then you did came back and did the two. That way your twisty stitches, instead of being open right here, it would be open in the twist. I think it looked really like cool. Um, Karina, it's not a ruffle. But it's definitely like a style of a crisscross. It's I'll have to find that video. I'll post it on the Discord of that stitch that I'm talking about. I don't know the official name of that stitch. Um, but I can't remember how to make it. I would have to go watch my video. That is why I made the video, because I knew at some point I would want to use that stitch and I would be like, what is that stitch? I want to make it and not be able to remember. So I posted a TikTok just so I could come back and watch it myself. No, it's not the crab stitch. The crab stitch is really flat. Crossed double crochet stitch. It might be something like that, Sarah. It's not a crisscross like I do them all the time. It's different. It's definitely different. Hey Victoria, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here this week. Appreciate you. I hope you have a good one. Hope to catch you next week on the live Tuesday. I'm going to be making a bag. I don't have it near me. I showed it earlier this week. I'm going to be making a market bag. It's a mesh market bag on deck for Tuesday. Is what I'm going to be making on the live. So that's what we've got scheduled. I obviously, guys, have not gotten to the straps and stuff on this top today. There's just not enough hours in the day before. Uh, there was one with like 3 doubles. Yeah, Sarah, it's like 3 doubles. I used yellow yarn. I used yellow yarn for it. Gosh, I'm hot. Um, what was I saying? Um, I totally forgot what I was saying. Dear. Doot. Oh, I know what I was saying. I have not had a chance to go through the whole halter top today, guys. That's okay. If you want to make this top, like I said, you'll have to go back and watch Passionate Kelsey's tutorial. I am getting close. What I have to do to finish this top, and I'm going to crochet till 9:45 this morning. My next thing is I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to do another row of these double crochets. Then what I'm going to do is I'm to the point after I finish that row of double crochets, I'll turn my work again and then I'll do a row of single crochets. And then I'm going to do single crochets all the way around the top. Okay, so how this works is you crochet a single crochet into each one. Okay, then when I get here, I single crochet here again. Then I single crochet the whole way up to the center point here. Once you get to your center point, then I would start the strap. And the way I start the strap is I chain 180. That becomes our tie. Okay, so this tie strap right here at the top, I chained, for this one, I chained a different amount, but you chain 180 for the medium. And Kelsey's tutorial tells you how many chains to do. Once you get your chain all the way to the end, what you come do is you come back and you slip stitch back into your chain, and that makes it a little thicker. You also could do, instead of a slip stitch, you could do a single crochet or a half double, depending on how wide you want your strap. Then when you get back to the top here, you can see I single crochet back all the way around. And then basically you do the tie on the same way on the other side. So when I got here to the tippy top, I would chain 180. Then I would do a slip stitch back through all those stitches, which would bring me back down. Then all the way single crochet right here in the middle, single crochet all the way back up. And then I would do 180 chains here again for my strap up into the wild blue yonder, and then come back down doing a slip stitch. And then single crochet all the way back down. I'm going to go over this tail when I do that, and then around a single crochet to get back to where you started. And then you would join with an invisible join. So that is how you finish the top. Now, the way that you weave in your straps, so we can look at our black example here. When you get your straps done, they will look like this. Okay, so you have your straps up the top, and here are our sides. You can see here how I've done the single crochet. Do you see how that gave it a nice finished edge all the way around? That is, and you know what? See, I did do it incorrectly on this one. It's all right. I'll make it so that it looks nice. But I did a single crochet there, and I probably shouldn't have. That's okay. Um, so then what you do is you put your top and you bring your strap on the left side. You bring this over to the right side and pull it through your first hole here. Okay. Then you crisscross this over to the other side of your top. Sorry, this is black. Hopefully you can see this okay. And you pull it through this way. Okay. So that is our one side of our strap. We have a tail here. We can tie a bow. Then the same thing for the right side. You bring your right side strap down, and you do this in the first hole here, the first space. Okay, and that again makes it crisscross here. Can you see how that crisscrosses? Am I on screen enough that y'all can see that? Okay. Then again, bring this strap, and now you're going to bring this one. Did I do that backwards? Oh, I put it in the bottom. It's supposed to be in the top up here. You would bring it down to the bottom. I totally did it. I put it in the wrong hole here. No wisecracks. You have to put it in the top. I had it twisted. I didn't realize I had it twisted. Okay. Bradley says, we love a passionate Kelsey pattern. We absolutely do, Bradley. She is amazing. I love passionate Kelsey. She does this so much better than I do. So y'all go watch her. Jennifer caught that. Lulu caught that. Red light. Okay, crisscross. Put it in the bottom hole here. Okay, so there is our crisscross. And now here we are crisscrossed again on the back. Okay, so when you go into those, you can see it crisscrosses twice. Then you can bring these up and you'll tie it into a little bow. Okay, and so that is how you'll finish up your straps. But I am out of time this morning, you guys. I'm gonna keep crocheting until 9:45. I have this much yarn left on my skein. Okay, a lot of you were asking how much yarn do you need. So on this one right here, I love this cotton that I'm using. And you can kind of see how much I've used for this top. We started this on the live this morning. There's just not enough hours for me to get it all finished on the live before I have to go to work. There's enough hours. April just doesn't have enough hours, if you know what I mean. So when you're working on your strap here, the bottom part, you can make this as big as you want or as narrow as you want. Okay. What you need to do is make sure it has an odd numbers. Okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my double crochets right here. I turn my work, and I'm going to start with a stacked single crochet. So I go into the stitch and I do a single crochet. Then I'm going to do right into this first loop. I pull up another loop and I make another single crochet. So that becomes our first stitch. It's like a double crochet. Instead of doing a chain of 3 here, this stacked single is a little stronger. Then I'm going to do a chain of 1. I'm going to skip 1, and then into the next, we're going to do a double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. I'm going to do this the entire way across, skipping 1 and doing the chain 1. Okay. So this is going to mirror the look of this on both sides. And work my way along here. The pink color is pretty. I don't think I said it today. It's called Warm Blush. It's a really pretty color. It looks on TikTok maybe a smidge lighter than it actually is, but it is not a pink pink. Dana, have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. If you're signing off, or you could have said God bless everyone for me being bad. That could also be the case. Uh, Anyhow, Warm Blush is the color. I love this yarn. Um, really pretty yarn, but I liked it because it doesn't feel like really pink. I wanted something that was more like a blush color, not too like peach and not too like little girl pink. This is, Dana said I'm signing off. Okay, Dana. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I will see you next week. I hope you have a good one. Thanks. Um, I liked this color because I felt like it was not too little girly. I'm giving this to a gal who's graduating from college next month, and I wanted to make her kind of a little halter. Number one, I wanted to make a halter, and she's probably one of the only people I know who would actually wear a halter. There's a few women that I know in my life, but they're kind of far and few between. For me, I don't know that a halter is really my style. Now, when I was 19, absolutely, I could have rocked a halter. Being turning 50 this year, I'm going to say I can't be rocking the halter top, okay? But I didn't want it to stop me from making it. I really wanted to make a halter. So I'm going to gift it. And, hopefully the person I give it to loves it. And I still can feel like I made an apparel item, a halter top. I'm not limited because it's not something for myself, just pay it forward. So I actually made two. I made one for my friend Christina's daughter in Arizona. She's a size extra small. And one for Carol's daughter. She's a size medium. The size I'm doing today is the medium size. And anyhow, it's fun for me to try these new projects and test my skills, I guess, is kind of how I think about it. Um, you know, Trying to branch out and learn new things in crochet, not hold myself back. I watched the tutorial that Kelsey did. It was really awesome. And I wanted to make a halter top. It's summertime. My mind is thinking like, let's go to the beach. Let's have fun. Uh, let's see. Mama C said she will. Something from her Aunt April special for sure. Oh, thanks, Carol. Thank you. I hope she does like it. Even if she doesn't, it's okay. I've had fun making it. I guess that's my point. So now what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to turn. I did a single crochet here along this side. So I need to do that same thing along this side. So I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to start working in the other direction. And I'm going to be putting a single crochet all the way along. Now, what I'm doing is I'm working my single crochet in the top of the double crochets and into the space here. Let's see. Her dad will probably have a few choice words, but she's 21 now. Yeah, they get to that age and they can kind of make their own calls. As soon as my daughter sees this pink, she's going to want one. I'll post a picture. Karina, are you on the Discord? I think you are, aren't you? I'll post one on the Discord. I can't promise that I'm going to make a TikTok video, you guys. The TikTok videos take me so long to make, and I would rather just post a picture on the Discord, and those who are in on the Discord can see it and know that it's awesome. But I can't promise I'm going to make a video because they just are so time consuming. I've got so many other projects going right now. I know I should be making TikTok videos. TikTok sent me a little thing the other day that's like, you haven't made a video in over a week and a half. Consistency is key. Be sure you're making TikTok videos. And I'm like, TikTok, I'm busy. I got work. I got my live schedule. I've got all these projects for donation. I can't be bothered with making a video right now. Those who know me know me. Hey Ruby, good morning. I feel like live right now is kind of my niche because of my work being busy. So there you go. You do what you can do. It's Friday Eve, Ruby. Are you excited? Are you excited for the weekend? You got big plans? I don't think I have big plans. I think it's supposed to be rainy. So, oh, I saw somebody went back and looked at the bird feeder and or the bird camera, and somebody said it got knocked down. I can't picture what it's looking at. I keep looking at it. I really can't tell what it's looking at. I think it's looking straight down on its post. They really that those crazy squirrels did. Karina said I posted my afternoon snack yesterday. I'll have to look. I like I said, I was so busy at work yesterday. Usually, periodically through the day, I can go and check in on the Discord. But you guys probably have noticed I haven't been very responsive on the Discord, and I apologize. I hope soon our work will settle down. I mean, it's good that we're busy, right? It keeps me busy. It's a paycheck, right? Everybody, and it makes the days go by faster. But sometimes I blink, and it's like the day is over. Jennifer said I need 5 p.m. to be here already. Me too. Me too. So, oh, 4 minutes. Okay. I need to be wrapping up here. I kind of have explained this a lot though. Hopefully you guys get the idea of what we're doing here. I am going to sign off because I do have to go pay for this yarn somehow. Do my little day job. Do my little day job. Do, do, do. But it has been a great week. I appreciate each and every one of you that have been here this week. Thank you all so much for all of the gifts, all of the screen taps, all of the love that you guys give me all the time. I really appreciate it. I will tell you, when you get to this corner right here, real quick, put in 2 single crochets in your corner. Okay, that helps you to turn the corner here and then carry on up the sides as you're doing your finishing edge. Okay, so you want to, I go right into that stitch there and then do your single crochet. But make sure, excuse me, as you're turning this, make sure that you are doing 2 in each of those corners to kind of help round it out there and turn. Okay. Arlene said we appreciate you as well. Thank you so much, Arlene. Really, if it wasn't for all of you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. I hope to see you each next week. I'm sure we'll have lots of stuff on deck. I know I'm going to be making a market bag on Tuesday, and that should be a fun project. I don't have it near me, otherwise, I would show it to you guys. But it should be fun. So, Kathleen, have a great weekend. Gen X, thank you so much for all of the support this week. Best mods on TikTok, you and Anvil, I really appreciate you. So, guys, with that, I'm going to sign off. Here's what we accomplished this morning. Are you feeling kind of accomplished? I am. Not bad for a morning's work, huh? Not too shabby. Got our little side areas here. I mean, we're almost done. Talk about a quick project. Bye for now. See y'all next week. Oops. Do, do, do. Turn off. End. There we go.